Alright, you can't hear the fucking sounds this time because I'm engaging in a new thing called I have a new headset and I don't know how to deal with this. What? Summer and autumn at the same time. How strange. Well, I promised, actually, 3 minutes ago, I said I'm gonna make a new part of the Pokemons on Tumblr. Uh-oh. And I'm delivering on that right now. It's been so long since I've done this, I don't recall for a second what I was doing. Oh yeah, I caught that fucking mole thing in the cave, and that's all I remember. You got my man Martini slashing and dashing. Seems a little slower than it used to for some reason. I think it's because my computer's a little shittier than it used to be. Oh well. Um, let's see. Since you can't hear any like sound effects going on right now, I guess I could do them myself. Actually, that's retarded. 28. I thought it was 20. That scared me. Like, what am I doing with level 20? Venoshock! Yes, I want it. Get rid of that there, bug bite. Wait. Get rid of that there, pursuit. There we go. So, these are kind of like. These have always been, to me, kind of like just a little, half hour or so to just hang out with me. Like, who really cares about the Pokemon? Candy Cosm? Alright, Candy Cosmic. This is Goulash. I remember that. Zoro's name is Goulash. Um, you know what? I'm gonna keep Martini out. So this is kind of like a little hangout with me. And usually when you're hanging out with me, I tell you annoying things that you don't really need to hear. For example, I currently, right beside me, have Sunny Delight. Sunny D. I'm not sure if, I actually legitimately don't know if Sunny Delight is like a just pure Canadian thing, because every time I've ever seen a Sunny Delight commercial or anyone talk about Sunny Delight, it's always a Canadian kind of thing, kind of a focus of Canada. So I'm not sure if it's anywhere else, but I have to ask you one thing. I have not had a Sunny Delight in maybe 3 years, give or take. Has it always been shitty? Like, I remember it being so much better than what it is right now. It tastes. Hold on a second. Let me just give you an honest refresher of how this tastes to me. Okay, now I can't really give a fair judgment on it because I did add a splash of fruit cocktail juice into it as well. So it's a little bit more flavorful. But when I just had it pure by itself, it just tasted like really sour and then refrigerated fucking just normal orange juice left out in the sun for a day and then put in the refrigerator. I don't know, like it just has some sort of weird this is old taste to it. I remember it being so much better when I was younger. Alright, so you're gonna bug bite me, you little faggot. Youch. I should probably say a few things seriously too, because there's a lot going on with my head lately. And I'm sorry for sounding a little monotone right now. I would like to enunciate and be kind of energetic, but right now I just don't have the heart for that at all. And, like, there's just some weird things wrong with me. Like, I made a 11-minute long, just kind of straight from the heart, what the fuck am I doing with my life kind of spiel. And I didn't upload it anywhere. I can upload it, but I just like choose not to or something. I knew it. It's like lately I've been just wondering, why can't I be serious? Why do I always have to make a joke out of everything? And why can't I like talk seriously? Because I had a recent discussion with my sister um, about 3 days ago, and she told me that, I mean, me and my father, my real legitimate biological blood father, have never spoken as intelligent people. The last time I remember seeing him, the only time I ever remember seeing him face to face was when I was about 7 or 8, 6, 7 or 8, or something like that. And I stole his hat for about an hour, and that's about it. Never saw him again after that. I barely remembered that he was my father. He was just some guy who was like, just came in. He's like, "Hey kids, it's me, jolly old Saint." Fuck, Bide. Fuck. Uh, it's like my sister has been going to get coffee with him lately, and by lately I mean the last like. She actively reached out to try and see him more often when she was about 15, so like 6 years ago, and he's been on and off talking to her ever since. Like at least once a year they go out and have coffee or something like that. But lately it's been like once every month they've been going out and having coffee. And it's like there's nothing stopping me from going as well and seeing him. Zero things stop me from going out and just talking to my biological father as someone who actually has intelligent thought and things like that. And like I'm not just some mindless kid fucking, "I want your hat, Dad." Ha ha ha. Like I can talk to him as a person now. I'll accept the Ultra Ball. And I never go because I'm trying to figure this out myself because my sister kind of really complicated things about this whole thing. It's like she asked me, "Why haven't you gone?" And I said, "Because seeing my father, who pretty much abandoned me before I was even old enough to know how to shit correctly, just knowing that he abandoned me so early and has never once made any effort to talk to me. Why would I volunteer myself to go and talk to this fucking alcoholic idiot who, you know, gave me some weird psychological problems because I never had a father growing up?" I would volunteer myself to go talk to that, and it's like I said, meeting my father for the first time, that is a big deal. That's a huge deal. But I don't see it as a big deal because he's never come and talked to me or made an effort to talk to me. It should be a big deal. It is a big deal, but it's not. And it's like my sister could not comprehend what I meant by that at all. She was like, "Well, if it's such a big deal, then go and do it." And I don't know, it's just like some convoluted nonsense that we talked about for a while. And it's just like, I hate arguing with people. I really, really do. Even if I know I'm completely correct about everything, it's like, if it's kind of like a jokey sort of thing, like, I swear to God I used Flash in that team fight. "Oh, no, you didn't." "Yes, I did." That kind of shit, that's fine to argue about. But, like, real kind of, like, emotional things to me, that does never, ever go over well with me. Like, I just can't do it correctly. I always fuck something up, and I'm like, you know what? This is stupid. I don't want to play this stupid game with you. Another reason why I will never argue religion with anybody in real life, ever, and especially my family. I will never argue religion with my family, ever. If they they don't know that I'm an atheist or anything like that, and it's like if they ever asked, I'll probably just say, yeah, I don't believe in that stuff. I think they kind of know already, but like they haven't legit just like come up to me and asked, "Hey, do you believe in God?" I'd be like, "No, I don't." I don't know if I risk doing that now that I literally have no place to stay other than here. And my grandfather seems like the kind of person who would totally send me on the street since I don't believe in God. Because I remember my sister about a month ago actually, she was talking with my grandfather about two guys that she kind of has feelings for. One guy named Luke is totally just like not doing well, like financial or anything like that. He's not. I guess the biggest problem that she had with him is that he's not really responsible. He's not motivated. He's not responsible for his own things or anything like that. Um, he's not financially stable either, or anything like that. And he lives at home and all that. And she's involved. She's not involved, but she really has a crush on another guy who is, not at all like Luke. I don't know the other guy's name, but like Um, the other guy is like completely independent, lives on his own, has a nice, well-paying job, is a relatively, you know, I guess interesting beyond all that. And the problem is that the first guy, the kind of scrambled guy, he is a Christian and goes to church with my sister all the time. The other guy, who is well off, is not a Christian at all and only like goes to some weird thing called a practicum with my sister. And she likes both of them. And she was talking to my grandfather about both of these guys. And my grandfather's like, "Well, is they Christian?" Like that was his number one concern about everything. Was that, well, I don't care how, if they've murdered people or anything. I want to know that they are a Christian first and foremost. That pissed me off so much. I mean, my grandfather's a really cool guy, like one of the coolest guys I've ever met. Um, he, he he's a lot like me, where he's just like he just wants to sit around and not do anything. He doesn't give a shit. He's really cool. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, I would probably be kicked out of the house if I just admitted straight up I don't believe in the God thing. He seems like that kind of person. Completely, just amazingly rational and compassionate and great and like relatable, other than the religion thing. It's the only thing he and I don't have in common. It's like this whole little tirade started with me just talking about serious things and how I can never be serious about stuff. Um, I don't think I'm on a good track. Actually, it's proven that I'm on a bad path. Um, what to say? Um, I really wish you could hear this sound effect so it isn't like just dead air between me taking pauses to think. I don't know. I guess I can't kill any of my guys anymore because you can't hear the old sound, the death song anymore. The monks chanting. You can't hear that anymore unless I fix it. Which I have a USB headset now, so apparently Stereo Mix does not like USB headsets. Um, I've never really done the love thing either. I don't believe I've ever once been in love. Never. Um, Earlier this week, I had a weird kind of feeling of love for somebody. This is really hard for me to describe because, like, I've literally never been in love before, and I've kind of not shied away from it, but like just like tossed it off the table. Like it was just like it's an impossibility for me. Like it's impossible for me to actually love somebody. But like I can't stop thinking about this person at all. Just never leaves my mind, and it's like that's the only thing I can think of that like I personally can describe as loving somebody is just always thinking about them. Just like, you know, what were their childhood like? Did they have any weird experiences growing up? What is their how did they come to an opinion on this certain thing? Just stuff like that, and it's like just get out of my head. Fuck off. I was doing totally fine until you came along. You thought you, and it's like I don't know. I don't think I would make a very good romantic interest. Completely, admittedly, I'm not a very understanding person. Rather, I'm an understanding person, but I mean, I'm not a very caring person. No matter how much I understand or don't. Um, that sounded very. Did you hear that little shake in my throat? I wonder if the new mic picked it up a little better. Anyways, yes, I am incredibly nervous talking about this. I don't know why. Like, it, there's nothing to be nervous about. Am I nervous? No, I'm not nervous. I'm unsure. I'm unsure of how to like explain myself. How do I explain this shit? I've run over all the scenarios in my head a lot, all the time, every time, every waking moment. I'm running a scenario in my head about something in my future. Like, what if I just suddenly lost all this weight, went to the beach every single day, went swimming for 2 hours a day, and got in some serious good ass shape? Because I know for a fact, like, I'm such a strange person. Like, I am so quick to admit defeat on certain things and, like, just be a complete downer on myself about certain things, almost everything. But I'm very narcissistic as well in many other areas. For example, I know for a fact that if I were to lose, 100 pounds, I'm about 270 right now, 275. If I lost 100 pounds, went down to 175, like even 180, I know easily I would be one of the most attractive people ever. It's hard for me to actually, justify that because of how incredibly disgustingly fat I am and how uh, I don't very much care about my personal appearance. It's hard to convince others about that, but I know that I am. I find myself looking at mirrors all the time. I've explained this since, the dawn of my YouTube channel. Is like, I'm constantly looking at myself. Every time there's a mirror, I have to look at myself at every different angle, look at the shine in my eyes and the curve of my brow and all that shit. And I'm just like, this, this is an attractive person, just really fat. And I'm very lucky to have a neck. That's one of the weirdest sentences I think I've ever said. But I'm very lucky to have a neck. With my height and my weight, um, I'm at a certain weight where it's like I don't look quite as fat as I really am because I'm just kind of tall and it's stretched out. But I don't have any neck fat either. Like unless I force it out. Um, I have a neck that's like relatively long, and it's like that's part of why I'm so attractive. Is that there's no neck fat there to indicate how disgustingly fat I am. Because I mean, you can be a pretty skinny person and have neck fat, and you'll be gross. But I'm lucky not to have that. I don't know if you can tell, but I have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm just kind of rambling on because I'm I like being tired and being funny. I don't like being tired and being serious. Because when I'm being tired and being serious, I always tend to just carry on about things and I go into weird stories and I go into weird personal things that really has no effect on how I'm feeling at the moment. Because right now I am dead tired and I'm a little defeated in life in general. And I'm a little bored, I'm a little sad, I'm a little irritated, I'm a little proud as well. And yet I just go and talk about me being in love and how I have nothing going for me and how I get depressed. I mean, I'm a very fucked up person, but I'm one of the coolest people I know. Does that make sense at all? Does that make any sense? Like, I know I'm not a good person, but I'm a interesting person. Does that make sense? Like, the way I look at things is definitely different, and the way I've come to understand things, just in comparison to other people and how they come to understand things and things like that, is definitely interesting. And I have a great way of explaining myself, and I'm relatively eloquent, and I know how to structure a sentence to be interesting. I know how to talk. I know how to make people engage. Always have. I believe I always will. Hmm. This part has gone by very, very fast. Hmm. Let's see. Candy Cosm. Decozy. Tit. Goulash. Martini. Still got them all. Let's see. What was I doing? I'm not sure if I should go with Goulash killing these people. I think I'm safe with these fungus things. I should be. No! Sorry, not fucking around. I gotta think of something, not to talk about. I'm done talking about stuff. Oh, I know what I can talk about. I can talk about my supposed friend, Sam O'Neill. Um, Now, am I fucking stupid? Or as a friend, as someone who you consider a friend, maybe I'm completely like just, I don't know, starry eyed child with weird dreams or anything, something like that, but like, if I consider somebody a friend and they message me, they go out of their way to say hello or what's up or send me a link or something like that, do you just ignore them? I don't. I always watch the link. I always look at the link pretty much all the time. I look at it. I respond back with something of equal or lesser value than what they sent, but at least it showed that I gave a shit and I responded. My friend Sam O'Neill, for as long as I can remember now, really, this it's like the John Cena. He is the John Cena of fucking my relationship with people. Cause like, if you think about it, think about this. This is a weird analogy that just kind of came out of my head right now. But like, John Cena has the John Cena era of WWE has existed for like, I don't know, 8 9 years now. 8 or 9 years has that shit been around and on the top. The era that everybody remembers and everyone liked was the Attitude Era, which was Rock and Austin. That lasted like maybe 4 years. Maybe. Sam is used to be Sam is both of those. The Rock and Austin thing. Sam is WWE. Rock and Austin, which was the cool Sam who always joined calls and like looked forward to talking with people and was like just a generally happy person. That was when I first met him. Till like till he broke up with Hannah. And then he broke up with Hannah, and like ever since has been the John Cena era, where he's like just this bitter, fucking like incredibly irritable, like unfunny, like I pride myself in being able to like find the quirks of people and irritate them, but like Sam is like it's not even funny how irritable this fucking person is. He's just like this he doesn't respond to me. Like the thing is that I can understand him not wanting to talk to me. Friends sometimes don't want to talk to other friends. I understand that. Maybe not every single day. Maybe he's taking it a little bit too far with that, but I can still let that slide. Maybe you just don't want to talk to me anymore. Let me know. Don't just not talk to me. Just let me know. Hey, I don't want to talk to you. Oh, okay. I don't want to know that you've read everything that I've had to say and not respond to me at all for like 2 years straight. Just let me fucking know that you don't want to talk to me. Like, it's not a big deal. I understand that you don't want to talk to me. It's like, it's not, I'm not taking it personally. I'm not that kind of person who just like, you know, everything you say about me or to me is pretty much water under the bridge the next week. It just doesn't matter. But this has been going on for like 2 years where he just like does not talk to me at all. Fuck. Bide. And I mean, it's not like I don't message the guy. I message that fucking person all the time. He's let me know lately that he doesn't want to talk to me because all I try to do is make him mad, which is not true at all. Every time I'm in a call with in a call with him one on one, which is like maybe once a week tops, I'm very approachable and you know sometimes flattering to that fucking person. He does not deserve it. Wow, flatter was a move. That was not intentional. My spiel there include the word flatter. So I went from Sunny D to fucked up future to I don't even remember. A lot of stuff has happened. 38 experience. What am I doing? I need to get out of here. Run, Abby, run. I am probably the most naive person in the world. I'm maybe naive is not the correct word. Maybe it's like blindly faithful. I'm one of it spawns from my Christian upbringing, I believe, where I'm just like in the face of like just bullshit where I know I'm not wanted or needed, or where people are trying to actively get rid of me. I don't believe it. I'm like, no, we're still friends. It's like I believe any normal person, anybody else, maybe not anybody else, but many people in my position with my friend Sam, I believe those people would have just given up. Like, oh, well, we're done. And just like left. Never talked to him again. Never made an effort to talk to him ever again, ever. And he wouldn't have ever made an effort to talk to me ever again. And we would have never spoken ever once more, ever, since like 2 years ago. If it wasn't for me, I don't think I would have contact with Sam, Taco, Darb, fuck, Ginny. He never makes any effort to contact me at all. Um, just like I have all these friends who just like appear on the surface to not give a fuck about me, and that pisses me off because I know I'm worth giving a fuck about because I'm incredibly interesting and great to have as a friend. I'm a good friend. And it's like it's really a slap in the face that these people don't first of all see that and second of all appreciate it. I appreciate the fuck out of everybody I've ever met. Anybody I've talked to on Skype, this guy named Kaz Koyu, who I've talked to maybe 3 or 4 times in the span of 2 months on Skype, like 4 years ago. He unfriended me on Skype, and I recently found out, and I'm like, I'm trying to add him back. Am I just stupid? Like, do these people like really just don't like me or something? Like, should I just fuck off and let them do whatever? I thought we were good friends. Like, for me, if you're friends with me, I am not going to let you go until you pry me away from you. And that usually only happens if people are like, look, I don't want to talk to you anymore. If these fucking people are just like not responding to me or just disappear, they're still my friend to me. They're just like showing me how shitty of a friend they are by doing that. Fuck. Fuck. Maybe I'm not making any sense. I have a point. There's points to all this, but I'm too tired to really make them coherently. But I hope you at least kind of anybody who dared venture this far into a fucking let's play, into this fucking video that's already like 10 hours long. Anybody who dared go this far, I hope you at least can see a point to this, to the things I'm saying. What the fuck was that? I was not paying attention and my guy almost died. Oh dear. Ling. You were the perfect trial. I think no matter what happens between if I ever grow a pair and tell that person how I feel, for some reason video games have like this weird connection to me. Like the Iron Forge bridge in front of the bank, that will always link me to Metal Yell Darb, or just Darb, as a place where I thought of him every time I saw it. I think this part right here will eternally link me, like always thinking about that person who I for some reason am in love with. This little road, a little street sign, street light. Beautiful graphics. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna heal up and I'm done. And I gotta endure the 10-hour upload time, but good thing I'm going to sleep so I don't have to deal with that shit. I don't know if you can tell, but right now I am thinking about that person. Stop! I have to stop thinking about people. Why do I care so much about people? I don't give a fuck about myself, but like other people, for some reason, they're just like. I mean, but I don't give a fuck about myself. I mean, my future and my career and uh, my life, pretty much my existence. I don't really give a fuck about it, but other people, I'm just like, I want to know about you. Can you show me? I want to know about these strangers like me. Yeah, I'm done. See ya.